Hi, my name is Dr. Denise Shranowski, and this is this week's A Dose from Dr. Denise, where I hope to teach, show, and inspire you how to release your God-given health and life potential. I've been sharing things about my move to Texas. My husband's down there. He had his first week of work, and I will be joining him in 6 weeks, which I'm very excited about. If you like these messages, please do share them with others or like my page, A Dose from Dr. Denise. So needless to say, there's a lot going on in our life right now. And what came to me this week of what I wanted to share is problems. Problems, problems. And isn't our life full of them? I think our approach to our problems is the solution, because when you approach problems from the right angle, then life isn't nearly as difficult or as hard. You know, I'm a chiropractor, and so that means that I get to see lots and lots of people every week, more than the average person would see, and I get to listen to lots and lots of problems. And you can see it in patients' faces when they come in. They're just so weighted down for their with their problems. So I think what I want to share is going to really help you. What came to me this week is I wanted to come up with an acronym for problems. And so the PRO is, presents as a real opportunity, PRO. This is presenting as a real opportunity, PRO, and BLEM is going to stand for blessing, lesson, energy, and mentor. And I want to step through those 4 things and give you some personal examples. You know, sometimes our problems are just simply enough for God to bless our life. I believe in God's grace so profoundly. In fact, I have it tattooed on my body somewhere. And if you've ever seen pictures of me in Mexico, that's the only place you would see it. But I have a tattoo that says live with grace. And I believe that there are times that we will be presented with problems in our life that we absolutely positively can't figure out, don't have a solution for, don't understand, and God's grace just shows up. And so we are blessed with a solution to our problem without our hard work or effort. That certainly has happened in our life with regards to my husband's work. My husband, for the last several years, hasn't been completely fulfilled with his occupation and his work. He's a chemical engineer, and he's been working in his field and doing a good job, but you could just tell that he wasn't passionate about it. And this offer from ExxonMobil moving us down to Texas has just been God's grace. It's been an absolute blessing. When I talked to Steve on the phone this week several times, I don't think I've heard him this happy in a really long time. So sometimes your problems are just a way to be blessed, and for you to recognize that there is a higher power, and that higher power works in you. And sometimes we just need to get down on our knees and thank God for his grace. The next letter is L. Sometimes our problems give us lessons in life that we may or may not want to go through. But many times, I think all of us could admit that if we look back to a problem that we had a while ago, maybe not one that we're going through right now, but a problem that we had a while ago, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, we would recognize that there was a lesson in it, or a reason that it happened. Me personally, when I was a senior in high school, I had applied to the United States Naval Academy, and I got pretty far with the process. I had a nomination from Bill Bradley. If you remember way back when, he was the New Jersey State Senator. He was a former basketball player, and I really thought I was a shoo-in, and I did not get in. And I, at the time, was absolutely positively devastated. We had not looked for lots of other colleges for me, and the only backup college I had was Rutgers College of Engineering, and that's where I went. And I have to tell you, I didn't even love engineering all that much. I was good at math, but all around that was a problem. I didn't get into the United States Naval Academy. I was at a school that I didn't love. But lo and behold, I met my husband in my sophomore, junior year. And now my 2 sons, our 2 sons, ages 19 and 21, are going to Rutgers and soon graduating, one of them. And wow, what an awesome lesson that has turned out to be, that God was in control. And so sometimes we just need to look at our problems and recognize that at some point they're going to turn into a lesson. The next thing and the next letter is E. Sometimes we have to put energy into our problems. Not all problems are God's problems, you know. If you have a sink full of dirty dishes, God's not going to solve that problem for you. He's going to ask you to do your dishes. And so we've been given consciousness, and we've been given a brain, and we've been given two hands. And there are times that we just simply need to solve our own problems. You know, if you have the problem of can't pay your bills, you have two very, very easy solutions. And one is to spend less, and the other is to make more. And we can tap dance around that all we want, but typically debt is something that we've created because we've spent more than we had. I recognize that sometimes it's not our fault, but always we have to take responsibility for it. So sometimes your problems, you just have to put energy into them. You have to use your conscious brain and your intelligence to solve the problems. They won't solve themselves. You can't stick your head in the sand, and certainly that has presented itself to me many times in my life. And then the last letter in problem is M. You know, you don't have all the answers. I know I don't have all the answers. And sometimes looking outside to an outside person, a mentor, is the way to solve your problems. My twin brother taught me this, and he said that, Denise, you don't have all the answers, and you should always have a coach or mentor in your life. And I find that to be so true. And a lot of times it's not someone within, you know, your immediate circle, because it's just too personal for them. My grandpère, my chiropractic grandfather, used to say some things are just too personal. And so sometimes you have to look outside of your immediate circle of family or friends for a mentor, someone that you trust and respect, to share your problems with, and they may look at it from a different perspective. And that really can be awesome in your life. So that's what I wanted to talk about this week, is that problems are a way to be proactive, P-R-O. They're presenting as real opportunities in your life to recognize that either you're going to be blessed by God's grace, that there's a lesson in that problem, that you need to put energy into it, or you need to look outside your immediate circle to a mentor that can help you solve the problem. Lastly, I just want to say that, you know, today I didn't go to church, and I woke up. I'm reading a wonderful book called Entering the Castle by Carolyn Mace. My books always come to me in weird ways, and the book is fantastic, and it talks about how you just need to learn when your soul speaks to you, how to listen to that. So I'm very much enjoying that book. I got a great night's sleep. I slept a long time, and I woke up this morning. I read that book for a good hour and a half. I said my prayer and meditation, and then I could have gone to church, or I could have gone to the gym, and I came to the gym because that's what I wanted to do. And the reason I say that is that church or synagogue or mosque should never feel as this obligatory thing. That's not what God wants from us. God doesn't want obligation. He wants relationship. And just like I don't want my boys to be obligated to call me or spend time with me, I want them to want to. So this evening I'm having dinner with my older boy, Steven. Yesterday I texted him and I said, you know, I'm fine either way, whether you want to have dinner or not. And he said, I absolutely want to have dinner with you. And that made me feel really good. So God wants us to be in relationship with him. It's not an obligation. And that, unfortunately, that obligatory sense of religion has turned so many people off. And that's all I want to say about that. So have an awesome week. Enjoy. God bless. And peace out. I'll see you next Sunday.